What up, what up? It's your boy. Subscribe to Dame's World on the YouTube. You feel me? Content ranging. Right now, we doing bar breakdowns. Took a while for me to get to this breakdown. Well, not a while, but a song dropped a couple weeks ago. But the hype has been real. DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, God did. God did? As DJ Khaled would call it. The reason why I'm doing this song is because I just see a lot of hype. I see a lot of hype. And breaking down these bars is when the actual content meets the hype. To see if it was overhyped, underhyped, or aptly hyped as, you feel me, advertised. I'm one of those bar heads. I'm one of those people who favor lyricism to where if you slicing them lines a certain way, then I'm going to be checking up on you and I'm going to be privy to what you're doing. So when I heard people say, oh, Jay-Z killed it, best verse of the year, all the rhetoric, I was like, oh, I got to tap in with this. Let me see. So in doing so, break down those bars to God did. Rick Ross's verses first, so we're going to break down Rick Ross's verse. He only had 12 bars. Wayne had 16 bars. And I didn't even count Jay-Z's, but he had over 40. He probably had 48 if I count him. But he had at least double Weezy, maybe triple. So as far as who won the verse battle, it's kind of not fair. You feel me? You give a nigga 12 bars, you give a nigga 16, and you give a nigga 48. If you can't say slicker shit within 48 bars, then damn, that's a problem. But nonetheless, we're going to break down the bars verse for verse. Ross, the boss. Nosedive, they just praying that I crash. Those guys, they don't want to see you last. That Jacob $3 million above your tax. A tub full of money, and I still can't relax. So, they praying for your crash. Again, the hook says they counted us out. They didn't think we would make it this far, but God did. God had faith. So the whole concept is them playing on the faith of God and a higher source giving them their abilities to do what they do, succeed, you know what I'm saying, in this world. And a lot of money talk. So for me, it's a lot of associating God with getting money. You can agree or disagree, it's on you, but for me, it's in two different spectrums. The spectrum of the energy highest conscious and the spectrum of money. Man created money, but that's another story. Nosedive, they just praying that I crash. Those guys, they don't want to see you last. That Jacob $3 million above your tax. A tub full of money. I still can't relax. Try spending. Lord, forgive me, I'm a sinner. Conquer, divide, niggas. Wrong side of the petition. Only divine winning. Better listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me. God did. So leave me in the dark swimming with the sharks. Dope boy, Big Kong, still the biggest boss. Got a kilo on the plate, send them on a freight. Or I could go and buy a bank, I know my money's safe. So that's a cool bar right there. I can go and buy a bank. I know my money's safe. My money's safe as in secure. And then safe is also another word for like a bank or combination lock. So I can go and buy a bank. You know my money's safe. And that was a slick line. That finishes Rick Ross's verse. That was his only slick line that I like. I can go and buy a bank. I know my money's safe. I did like his rhyme scheme when he said, try spending. Lord, forgive me, I'm a sinner. Conquer, divide, niggas. Wrong side of the petition. Only divine win it. Better listen when I tell you how I put time in it. Please forgive me, God. So I like that segment right there. I thought that was a cool verse intro, 12 bars to get it going. Feel me? Shout out to Rick Ross. Then the hook. They counted us out. They didn't think that we would make it this far. Make it out. They didn't believe in us. But I know God did. Oh. Then Tochi, I think he liked his signature, light the fucking joint in the booth. Sky is the limit every day I reach. They was tired of me winning, now they dead sleep. Now this is what Weezy do. Weezy has the metaphoric language. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like one-sided metaphors, because sometimes you don't know the double behind it. Like, I'll give you an example. Not right here, but sky is the limit every day I reach. Reach for the sky. If the sky is the limit, I'm reaching for the sky, the highest. Bar, they was tired of me winning, now they dead sleep. That's an example of it. Like, does he mean literally dead sleep or dead? You feel me? Tired of me winning. We know tired leads to sleep. It was tired of me winning, now they dead sleep. So the play is dead sleep. But is he like talking a literal fashion, or they can't talk no shit no more because he keep winning? I don't know. But Lil Wayne has these punchlines that they're doubles, but they like 1.5s to me. Because it's like, all right, what do you mean right there? All right. You don't want to see me with the ring, you better play D. Right there. You don't want to see me with the ring, the championship, you better play D. You got to guard me. Prevent me from shining, basically. Again, we're referencing the haters. God wanted them to win, but a lot of people didn't want to see them win. So you don't want to see me with the ring, you better play D. Nigga, God did his thing when he made me. With the odds stacked against me, I could crack Da Vinci. I know only God could judge me. I say that for Britney. Shout out to Brittany Griner. I'm assuming he's talking about that because Brittany Griner is going through a trial, unfair trial, I think about marijuana out of the States. And they trying to judge her on her behavior. So Weezy is shouting that situation out, putting light to that. I know only God can judge me. I say that for Britney. I like that line. And with the odds stacked against me, I could crack Da Vinci. You know, the Da Vinci Code. And smell blood like a shark, they start acting fishy. So right there, quick punch, smell blood like a shark, they start acting fishy, shark, fish. But if someone's acting fishy, it's like sketchy, you know what I'm saying? Start acting fishy, well, I'm going to have to act the ass and they going to have to kiss me. Kiss my ass, you feel me? I'm going to act the ass and they going to have to kiss me. They going to have to kiss my ass. Fuck the haters, basically. Please don't hate me just to hate me. Before they overrate me, they gonna underestimate me. Funeral and wake me, bury me and excavate me. But I'm so cultivating, everybody replicate me, nigga, face facts. Dreadlocks, face tat, I'm the apex. I make the culture, what up twin, every day back. I fucked the world and what I did, I practiced safe sex. I prayed more and said less, God did the rest. So I like that segment. Again, I don't think this song is bar heavy at all, but they got cool references. And then Weezy and Ross stick to the subject in regards to praising God for their outcomes in life, their success in rap and financially and just life period. So he says, please don't hate me just to hate me. Before they overrate me, they gonna underestimate me. Funeral and wake me, bury me and excavate me. So before they rate me high or overly high, they rather underestimate me, kill me, bury me, excavate me, dig me back up. But I'm so cultivating, everybody replicate me, nigga, face facts. I like that line because it's substantial. Cultivating, you grow, you create. Lil Wayne has a level of originality to him. So much so that people replicate him. They copy his swag. Lil Wayne from 07, probably from 06 to like 09, 06 to 10, he was the guy. You feel me? Tight jeans, Levi's, skinnies, low-key, skateboard swag, dreads, lean cup. And now this new generation is kind of taking that and ran with it. So I'm so cultivating, everybody replicate me, nigga, face facts. Dreadlocks, face tat, I'm the apex. I made the culture, what up twin, every day back. I fucked the world and what I did, I practiced safe sex. Now that's a metaphor, of course. I fucked the world and what I did, I practiced safe sex. But for me, what does it mean to practice safe sex to the world? Is that to be careful? Is that to have your gun on you? Is that to, you know what I'm saying? So like Wayne, he always does doubles, but a lot of the time they only apply to the one meaning and not both layers. We know fucking and safe sex applies, but what does it mean to fuck the world with safe sex? That's where I go with it. It sound cool, but is it, you know what I'm saying? Is it covering all doubles? Double meaning has to cover both sides, both layers. I prayed more and said less. God did the rest. So that's a cool verse. Nice second verse, 16 bars. Then the bridge come, God did all that. Then Jay-Z. Hove did. Please forgive me for what the stove did. Nobody touched a Billy until Hove did. How many billionaires can come from Hove crib? I count 3, me, Ye, and Ree. Bronze a rock boy, so 4 technically. So already out the gate, money talk. Jay-Z, if you know, and again, to each his own. Everybody ain't gotta like the same shit. So if you a hustler on your grind, you about getting money, turning illegal money into legal money, going legitimate, then this is probably the verse for you. This is the shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking that capital talk and leveling up in the game of capitalism. Respect. Fine with me. Everybody don't like that talk though. You know what I'm saying? It's not, to me, God did. It's not too indicative of God, in my opinion. More so indicative of you in a system of capitalism, succeeding in capitalism. I guess you can attribute that to God, but I don't know. For me, it's just like, it's a little bit off, veering off the subject, especially he said Hove did. The other artists praise God. We know Jay-Z's nickname is Hove. So it's like he's attributing himself, which he could. You know what I'm saying? We all got God up in us, in my opinion. So attributing his success to himself is no problem with that. But for me, I don't think these are like power bars just because he's talking about money. A lot of people appeal to money. Capitalism is like America's God. So when he talked that Billy talk and money, they're like, yeah, it's okay to me. Shout out to you. Good shit for doing that. Doing what you did. Helping do what you did. But as far as bar complexity, ain't nothing complex about these statements. I would say with Jay-Z's verse, it's more truth-based. So that's where the substance lies, because I don't think he's fibbing. Even though I don't know his story, y'all don't know his story. We got told Jay-Z's story, so we don't know entirely. We wasn't there. But I think that is what gives his verse power. The fact that it feels true. It doesn't feel fiction. Hove did. Please forgive me for what the stove did. Selling crack. Nobody touched a Billy until Hove did. How many billionaires can come from Hove crib? I count 3, me, Ye, and Ree. So billionaires. Bronze a rock boy, so 4 technically. He made billionaires according to him. I left the dope game with my record clean. I turned the cocaine into champagne. So I like that line. I left the dope game with my record clean, because that's not an easy feat to do. You know what I'm saying? You unscathed in the dope game, you got a clean record. It's kind of like a paradox. I left the dope game with my record clean. I turned the cocaine into champagne. So he went from selling drugs to selling drugs. Legally. Champagne and Douce, all this shit. This is how Jay-Z makes his revenue. So Jay-Z is just a legitimate drug dealer. He's saying it in the song. I turned the cocaine into champagne. I cleaned up La Madrina with the same soap. Me and Laurel talked about how we slang dope. La Madrina was a gangster back in the day. So I don't know what he means when he says I cleaned up La Madrina with the same soap. Like he got her and gave her I don't know that reference. Y'all help me out. I know La Madrina is a gangster in the East Coast Bronx. You feel me? With the same soap. Me and Laurel talked about how we slang dope. Now the weed in stores, can you believe this, Todd? I put my hustle on the Forbes, can you believe this guy? So more boasting about getting money and just stacking his bread. Shout out to the hustlers out there. Then we said, fuck it, took the dope public. Out the mud, they gotta face you, now you can't make up this shit. Now out the mud, you gotta face us now. You can't make up this, or out the mud, they gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. So that could be a reference to, it's for sure a reference to them being out the mud from the hood. They gotta face us. So we're in the corporate world and we came out the mud. They gotta face us and we can't make up this shit. This is facts. But mud, makeup designer, makeup, face. So I think this is a makeup reference, cosmetic reference. If so, it's a cool bar. So, cool bar right there. Out the mud, they gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. Judge it how you judge it. Judge it how you judge it. Judge it how you judge it. Say we going corporate. No, we just corner boys with the corner office. Right there again. I'm still The essence of Jay-Z is a hustler. I'm a corner boy. I just got a corner office. It's a new hustle. Different hustle. According to him, an upgraded hustle. Shout out to Jay-Z for doing what he doing. I'm at the cap table. What the splits is. Investment. You feel me? Share references. I'm at the cap table. What the splits is. Not that cap table, boy. We live this. Now, I don't know the other cap table he's referencing. Boy, we live this. Lids. Caps. Lids. I don't know if he's talking about that, but I don't know if there's a cap table. I don't know if he's talking about Colin Kaepernick. I know he was involved with the NFL deal. So, I know the cap table with the splits, the investment, you feel me, shares talk. But I don't know, not that tap cable, boy. Not that cap table, boy. We live this. Tap in with me. Let me know what you're talking about. Breezy, what the business is. We pushing Fenty like fentanyl. This shit is all legitimate. Again, pushing product just legally is his reference points. I was down 10, or E was down 10 for this. We just got his 10 back, then went back like where the interest is. M light up the 03. We let y'all do the Zaza. It's OG for the OGs. So he's just old school reference. We do OG smoke. Zaza is the new school era. So he's saying he's staying in his lane. We let y'all do the Zaza. It's OG for the OGs. Some of you niggas out of pocket talking exotic. You barely been to the Bahamas. That's another topic. So boastful rhymes. You feel me? Like you talking exotic, but you ain't been to the Bahamas. Bahamas. An exotic resort, essentially. So, I guess that's his play. Like, you talking exotic, but you ain't even been to the Bahamas. That's another topic. Braggadocious J, classic, vintage J. Cool bar. You better been to the Bahamas, that's another topic. Monogram in my pocket off a red carpet. You see the face I made that night? This shit is that shocking. Odds wasn't great, we even be alive. Gotta be crazy to y'all, nigga. Gotta be crazy to y'all, nigga, we surprised. So he didn't think he'd make it this far. So it gotta be crazy to those viewing. Shit is too much how we grew up. Shit don't even feel real to us. OG sold to those you call kingpin. If those are drug lords, then who are we then? Again, he's referencing selling a different type of dope. Legitimate dope. You feel me? OG sold to those you call kingpins. So I guess he sold weed legally to kingpins. I don't know. Maybe Rick Ross or these former kingpins have gone legit in the weed business. I don't know if he's referencing that. A lot of the shit Jay-Z's saying, he's telling his story. So I don't know the reference. I don't know Ty. I don't know E. I don't know all these niggas. So I can't tell you exactly what he means by this, but I can give you some context. So he's selling weed to kingpins, former kingpins. So if those your drug lords, then who are we then? If we sell to the drug lords, then we the drug lords. Right? Hove is a real nigga's dream. My only goal to make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intentions, consequences of my way of life. The way we used to play with life, I'm now careful with these sentences. Them only jail bars I like. Finally! Dom DeMarco, that was a bar. That was a fucking bar. Finally. Hove is a real nigga's dream. My only goal to make a real nigga feel seen. Sometimes it make a fake nigga hate life. Never my intentions, consequences of my life. The way we used to play with life, I'm now careful with these sentences. Them only jail bars I like. Hove is a writer. Hove is a lyricist. So the way we used to play with life, it would get us behind bars. We could do time for that. Now, I'm now careful with these sentences. So I don't play with life to where it could get me to jail. I'm now careful with these sentences. But the double meaning is the sentences he write. Them only jail bars I like. Bars. You feel me? Jail bars. If you write jail bars, he like them because he putting it in his sentences. But he don't like the jail bars that get you locked up and you're doing a sentence. So that's a clean double meaning. Bar, bar, bar. Probably my favorite bar of this song, to be honest. The way we used to play with life, I'm now careful with the sentences. Them only jail bars I like. I never wanted to be the stage custodian. The laws of draconian. For those married to the life is holy matrimonian. Somehow I outfox every box they trying to throw me in. With great ceremony. So I like that scheme right there. You know what I'm saying? Or rhyme flow. Wasn't crazy lyrics, but it was a nice rhyme flow. Never wanted to be the stage custodian. The laws of draconian. Just dirty, fucked up laws. For those married to the life is holy matrimonian. Somehow I outfox every box they try to throw me in. With great ceremony. Folk in them told me how Holly Caddy spoke of them. And bloke in them from London. Harold and Weston End. Something like that. I be speaking to the souls of men. Those of them willing to die for the existence that this Hold on. I be speaking to the souls of men. Those of them willing to die for the existence that this cold world has chose for them. So he's saying he speak for the disadvantage. Kicking snow off a frozen Tim. Back and forth on this turnpike. Really took a toll on them. Ah! Okay, Hov! Bar! That was a Dom DeMarco. So he's saying he doing it for the niggas hustling. The niggas who ain't got nothing trying to make a means. Struggling in life. You feel me? So, kicking snow off a frozen Tim. This is a allegory. You picture it. You feel me? Nigga hustling, kicking snow off a frozen Tim. Back and forth on his turnpike. Really took a toll on them. So going back and forth, traveling in the East Coast, they got things called turnpikes where you pay a toll. You have to pay to cross the turnpike. The double meaning, it really took a toll on them. These trips are starting to fucking, you feel me, break me down. So the double meaning is in a turnpike, you pay the toll, but during this struggle and this hustle, going and back and forth on this turnpike, it's taking a toll on him. You know what I'm saying? Bar! Nice bar. A lot of fallen soldiers on this road of sin. For those who make the laws, I'ma always have smoke for them. I got lawyers like shooters, working pro bono for him as a favor because I throw him M's. So he got lawyer money. In memory of T-Lo, I pray none of your people die over jail phones again. All this pain from outside inspired all this growth within. New planes getting broken in. So the outside world inspired this growth within. New planes getting broken in. So he reaching new heights. Highest elevation of the self. And then plane, high elevation. Feel me? Reference to new heights, metaphor. Highest elevation to the self. They done fucked around and gave the right niggas wealth. These ain't songs, these is hymns cause I'm him. This is Psalms 151. It's a New Testament. So a hymn is like a religious song. You feel me? So he's saying he don't make songs, he make hymns. Religious context because he's him. So again, back to the entire reference. God did. Jay-Z said Hov did. So in this song, I feel like Jay-Z is saying he's God. These ain't songs, these is hymns because I'm him. I am God. And then Psalms 151, this the New Testament. If you read Psalms 151, which I did my research and read, it's basically saying he's a shepherd among sheep. He was chosen by a select few from God to be the shepherd and the leader. So Psalms 151 is now I'm the leader. So this brings about, this is the whole Testament. Cool bar, or the New Testament. Book of Hov. Jesus turned water to wine. For Hov, it just took a stove. So that's the reference. Again, comparing himself to Jesus or God. They turned water into wine. I took a stove and turned it into an enterprise. Cool bar. You never know how this shit could go. Me and Biggs probably got too big if they ain't booked that load. Hindsight is 2020. Though he's getting plenty money, looking back now the shit is funny. I just got $1 million off a sink without risking $1 million years trying to get it out the sink. get it out the sink, serving, risking time. But he's saying he made $1 million off a sink. I don't know what he made $1 million off a sink of. I'm sure he's not lying about it. I don't know if it's a real sink or a sinking. I don't know. We gotta figure that out. But without risking it. So he made $1 million legitimately off a sink. SYNC or SINK, I don't know. Hov did. They say they don't know me internationally. Niggas on the road did. So it was a little conversation. T.I. said Pac was the greatest because Jay-Z's not as international, which I'm not international, so I wouldn't know. But as far as Pac and 50, some people have this appeal and have traveled internationally to make it a point for them to be known in fucking Kazakhstan. T.I.'s argument was Jay-Z, when you go to Kazakhstan or someplace like that, they ain't really rocking with him. And this is his rebut, you feel me? They say they don't know me internationally. Well, niggas on the road did. I see a lot of Hov and gigs. Me and Meek could never beef. I freed that nigga from a whole bid. So again, braggadocious talking about what he did. Me and Meek can't beef. I freed him from jail. A lot of ego talk, but rap is boastful, rap is ego talk, so I understand it. A lot of ego talk. Freed that nigga from a whole bid. Hov did. Next time we having a discussion, who the GOAT? Donkey know this. So, you feel me? He the GOAT is what he's saying. Next time we having a discussion about the GOAT, donkeys know this. All the shit he did. Now, for me, GOAT in hip-hop, it's about your content. Nothing outside of the content for me. Whether you turn hip-hop into an enterprise or you made a lot of money and amassed the most capital, those things are cool, but the essence of hip-hop is the bars you put down, the words you say, the songs you make. So that's how I base my GOATs. My greatest of all time is going to be who I prefer lyrically and has the best content. Not whether or not you were able to flip your words into a multi-million dollar hustle. Kudos for that. Props to you. That makes you probably the best businessman in hip-hop. But I don't think that makes you the greatest rapper of all time. So that's just me. Please forgive me. That's my passion talking. Sometimes I feel like Farrakhan talking to Mike Wallace. I think y'all should keep quiet. So Farrakhan talking to Mike Wallace on 60 Minutes. Just kicking him game, kicking him light. It's a good analogy he's making. Basically, he's saying he's a leader, freedom leader, being scrutinized by people who don't know his position, and he's trying to give us light and the truth. That's his claim. And that completes his verse. The bars I liked in this shit, man. I thought it was, scaled of 1 to 10, 6.8. I didn't think this song was heavy, crazy like that. Not for the reaction that it provoked from society. But then again, you got Lil Wayne, you got Jay-Z, you got Rick Ross. These are big names. So when big names get attached to certain songs, you might have the hype. You might have dollars backing that song. You might have people who don't really listen to shit chiming in and saying, oh, that song is fire because everybody likes that song. You heard that song? You might not even heard the shit, but because everybody like it. I feel like I was getting that vibe from this. But the bars I like, these ain't songs, these is hymns because I'm him. This is Psalms 151. This is a New Testament. Book of Hov. Jesus turned water to wine. For Hov, it just took a stove. I like that line. Let me see. Back and forth on this turnpike. It really took a toll on them. Bar, that was fire. The way we used to play with life. I'm now careful with these sentences. Them only jail bars I like. That's my favorite line of the song. Then they said, fuck it, took the dope public. Out the mud, they gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. I thought that was pretty cool. What else did I like from here? Zaza's OG for the OGs. Some of you niggas out of pocket talking exotic. You barely been to the Bahamas. That's another topic. So those are bars I like from Hov. Shit. If I had to rank them, by default, Jay-Z had the best verse because he had the longest verse. Even though, like, nothing in that song gave me the chills. I listened to Kanye and Three Stacks. Three Stacks is one of my goats. And he said something about pushing a baby on the stroller. And maybe that was his mom telling him to keep rolling. Like, the intricate lines in some people's shit is what gives me the chills and makes me, you feel me, like, oh, that shit was special. This song, I didn't get that. Even Lil Wayne's verse, like, I heard those punchlines before. You fuck the world and practice safe sex, and you feel me? They was tired, dead sleep. These old, antiquated punches. So nothing was special about this song. Ross was cool. Jay-Z was cool. Lil Wayne was cool. They all was cool. Nothing great in my opinion. With that being said, it's your boy Dame, man. Quick breakdown of God did. I got something special coming for y'all tomorrow. Because this one, I don't think it was that special. It was just, you know, me meeting the hype. Let me meet the hype and let me see and let me digest the words to see if it meets the hype. The next shit I'm breaking down, y'all gonna, oh, you gonna love this one. What Lux say? Oh, they gonna love this. But with that being said, it's your boy Dame. Beauty of Being Wrong out in the stores now. Go get that. First book, first of many. You feel me? On the way. Much love, man. Vibe high. It's your boy.